This is Dr. Z speaking to you from the year 20.23. This is QShaft Broadcast 33. Today I will discuss nuclear strong and weak forces and positive and negative charge. Several of you must adjust your thinking to grasp what follows so that you may make great progress in your studies. I need your help in my time. Before continuing, I was implored by many of my colleagues to lambast those in your time who chose not to take advantage of my gifts. However, I cannot strike the defenseless. Also, I don't concern myself with 20th century physics practices, and I am not an antique collector. I am only concerned with those who have imagination, not with those practicing mental mummification. The weak and strong forces and positive and negative charges are based on the spin or rotational direction of the grid elements that make up a particle. This spin exists because all particles are in motion in relation to some other particle. This grid spin is not to be confused with spin as outlined in your particle physics discussions. Consider the spin of a negative charge to be clockwise and a positive charge to be counterclockwise, or the other way around if you prefer. The rotating grid elements of oppositely charged particles will mesh with each other's rotating grid elements if the opposing charges are close enough. The closer they get, the more grid elements will rotate through both the positive and negative rotations, causing a stronger attraction. If they get very close, all the grid elements from both charges will rotate through both rotations, thus making the combined particles neutral in charge. A figure 8 rotation is characteristic of a neutral element. As a bonus, magnetism and electrical attraction are the same grid phenomena. Consider the lines of a force of a magnet. Now consider that the north and south poles of the magnet get closer and closer to each other so that the north and south poles become one. Let's consider this combined pole as having only a positive charge. The corresponding lines of magnetic force will no longer go through the unipole magnet, but will surround the magnet. You will then have a model of an atom with a corresponding layered force of negative charge. Spend time thinking about what you saw today. Think of magnetic monopoles.